Hey guys, welcome back, it's Meg. Today we are going over the 10.2.6 content update. We got 2 new capstone talents, which was a surprise. I don't think that many people knew that these were coming. They certainly were not data mined. And then we are also going to be discussing the talent tree builds that are impacted by the additional talents being added. We're also going to discuss the changes in gameplay, if any at all, for the new talents, as well as just a couple of housekeeping things that also impact Mistweaver. First up, we have Dance of Chi-Ji. This is actually Windwalker's talent, but we have it now as a capstone, although the main difference is that Mistweaver's proc rate is about half that of Windwalker's. Mistweaver gets 1 and a hasted proc, and Windwalker gets 2 and a hasted proc. So I would like to see Mistweaver's buffed a little bit more. We do run a lot more haste than Windwalkers do, but unfortunately that doesn't balance out the proc rate, and it is much lower than that of our counterpart, and that loses a little bit of value. For Mistweaver though, it does interact with more of our kit because you will get increased healing if your Awakened Jadefire is active when you get your Dance of Chi-Ji proc. So this is definitely more Mythic Plus focused. Next up is Peer into Peace. This is our new tier 3 talent, and it has a little bit more going on with it. So 5% of our overhealing done onto targets with Soothing Mist is spread to 3 nearby allies. Currently, with our tier set and with Clouded Focus, we are doing a lot of overhealing, so while I don't like the idea of playing into overhealing, it is nice that it isn't going to be completely wasted with this talent now. The second half of this talent claims that Soothing Mist now follows the target of your Enveloping Mist or your Vivify, and Soothing Mist channel times increase by 4 seconds. You are not going to get another 4 seconds on your Soothing Mist every time you swap targets. It is just a one-time Soothing Mist lasts 4 seconds longer when you are talented into Peer into Peace. It is important to note that your Clouded Focus stacks will reset to 1 on a target swap, so you're not going into a new target with 0 stacks, which is better than before, but if you had 3 stacks on one target swapped, your Soothing Mist is not going to interrupt, but you will lose your stacks and you'll go back down to 1. This is just a quick visual to help you kind of see what's going on. With our Yulon ramp now, we are starting with our Soothing Mist, and then we will be using Enveloping Mist on different targets through that Soothing Mist so that they are instant, that you get that 1 stack of Clouded Focus, and then you will target your Chi Harmony target, and then start the Vivify process of the ramp. You can see that my Soothing Mist cast is longer, and I am not having to recast my Soothing Mist every time I want to Enveloping, so it's a little bit of a quicker ramp now that we don't have that Enveloping Mist cast time, because we're not going to be hard casting anymore. When it comes to the actual talent builds and how they change, if you want to pick up Dance of Chi-Ji, you will either have to drop Secret Infusion or Focus Thunder, depending on which one of those you're using. So you are giving up some survivability and a little bit of damage depending on if you have Secret Infusion or Focus Thunder, but this is good and kind of brain off for easier keys like a Taldazar or Blackrock Hold, or for lower keys if you are just doing sales or your weeklies or something like that. This would be a good passive pick that you don't have to think about, that you'll gain a little bit of damage from. And for raid, you are going to be dropping either Legacy of Wisdom or Unison, depending on which one you were using. Thankfully, both of these talents were put in very convenient places, as we were already taking things like Clouded Focus, which is connected to Peer into Peace, or we were already taking Ancient Concordance, which is connected to Dance of Chi-Ji. So I was a little worried when I heard we were getting 2 new talents, because it felt a little bloated, especially in this bottom capstone tier 3 area, but I think they did a great job with the placement on these, and they're not too painful to take, and I think that the trade-offs are appropriate. And lastly, we have the Glyph of Faeline Stomp returning. If you played in Shadowlands, you'd be familiar with the original look of what is now Jadefire Stomp, so you can go back to that visual if you would like. The vendor is the Zone vendor for Ardenweld. It is not the Covenant vendor, and it is done with Reputation instead of Renown, so you need to be honored with the Wild Hunt on the character that you want to be buying the Glyph on, because it is bind on pickup, so it'll have to be your monk. You can go back to Ardenweld to find the vendor, or you can just go to Oribos, where it is marked on the map there, and talk to the vendor as well. As far as visuals go, this is the current form of Jadefire Stomp that we have. It is this green, kind of blocky color. To apply it, you're going to right-click the glyph, it will open your spellbook automatically, and then all you have to do is apply it to your Jadefire Stomp. Now you have the new visual, and if you decide that you don't like it and you want to get rid of it, you can buy some Vanishing Powder. The Yak has it if you have that mount from Mop, and then just click the Vanishing Powder, right-click on your Jadefire Stomp ability, and it will remove the visual, and you'll be right back to the current one. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you are excited for 10.2.6 and I hope you like the new talents. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.